All right, I appreciate everybody that's coming to the channel and checking any of these videos out, or even staying around with the channel. Remember when I said a couple of videos back, if I did, that after you do something that takes you a while and you get a little frustrated and then it's finally done and over, you want to do something quick and fun, something really easy that you had in the back of your mind for a while, but you decided to wait to do it for some reason? Well, this is one of them right here. I love the Ghostbusters original movies. The very first one's the best. Overall, all of them. I don't even care. The first one's the best. And who doesn't love fucking Looney Tunes, man? Right? Bugs Bunny. How do you not love Bugs Bunny? My favorite's Wile E. Coyote, but I could not find that at the time. Sometimes you're scouring for pieces and figures you can't seem to find when you want something. But the next best one, I'm hoping to find a Wile E. Coyote. I could probably find something off the internet, but I love to go inside the store and pick something up and put it in my hand. But the only one I was able to pick up and put in my hand is this one right here on the screen. This is from Space Jam, the newest movie, Bugs Bunny with the rocket launcher right here. And the actual figure is from the Ghostbusters Platinum series, Eon, right here. All I did was swap the heads. It's a little more to it than that. Let me get a little closer. Remember me saying I love say What I did was the hands were pretty easy. Eon has small little hands. I still got articulation. I still have articulation on this. It twists and turns. They both twist and turn. I had to Dremel through because this figure here, this sorry about the focus. This head sculpt and figure of the feet, the hands, and the head sculpt is that cheap ass plastic, the real cheap plastic. I repainted his head. I repainted his head to a little bit darker gray. It was a pinkish gray for some reason, and I put the line down his neck because Bug Bunny has a line down his neck of white that goes into his white stomach and chest, down his chest and stomach. And I put the line between his teeth that didn't have one to separate the teeth. I didn't do anything to the ears. That's the original pink. And I didn't do anything to the eyes. I just brightened up the eyes a little bit, and I brightened up his face where it's white. The hands, like I said, I dremeled out the hands because they were just this figure was basically a solid piece of plastic, and I cut his hands off. And I do have at the end of this video a tutorial how I built this figure. If you want to see it, it'd be in the link or be at the end of this video. At the bottom was a little more of a challenging spot. It does have articulation. It does move, not a whole lot, but it does move. But I had to Dremel down the pegs into the Bugs Bunny's feet. Had to cut his feet off right here with a blade, and then Dremel down into his feet and stick the pegs that are, as you see, they have articulation both sides. Articulation. Not that I use them because he just sits on my inside my cabinet, my glass cabinet. But I decided to go with the black feet to match the black boot. This is kind of an eyesore, but they're kind of an eyesore anyway. It was kind of, these aren't the best figures. The Platinum series aren't the best, but they're probably the ones I like the most because it's closest to the original Ghostbusters we have. But it's not the best fit. It looks kind of weird. Maybe it looks like some sort of like parachute pants type of thing, but that's what I ended up with. This is, now if you stare at it, it looks stupid, but if you put it back down, it looks pretty good. Let me show you. So from a distance, it isn't too bad. It's not the best. I didn't know how else to do it to make it so I can have his feet move and everything, but I think it looks pretty good. I'm thinking about I'm thinking I don't want to do a whole Looney Tunes. I don't want to do a whole Looney Tunes Ghostbuster theme, but I would like to do Wile E. Coyote if I can find the one. If the opportunity was there for me to find a 5-inch Wile E, if I could find a Wile E. Coyote to do that. But I think I'm going to do 3 more of these. I don't know when, but I'm going to use maybe something from Star Wars, maybe something from, I don't know. Who knows? Maybe I'll do a DC figure on top of one of these. I don't know yet what I'm going to do, but basically what I did was I matched the hands up with the color that was already there on the figure. I didn't paint this. I just did the match of the matchup. You can see it's maybe a little off, not so much off, but I did use a satin on this, a satin a satin coat, clear coat, to make it look a little shiny to match the rest of the figure, because I kind of like the shiny look of this with the boots being nice and bright and shiny. Just a kind of a matchup, kind of a just opaque black, no big deal. But this is kind of fun. If you're into customizing or painting or doing figures over again, this is one you could pick up and do, and it's really simple, real fun. Outside of the dremeling you have to do, but like I said, if you can find these Space Jam figures now, you can go to flea markets and find them, and you can go to Ollie's and find them. Buy a few of them. They're like $3. I got like a few of them outside my garage where I keep some of my pieces. So later down the road, if you want to do another Bugs Bunny mashup, or however you want to call it, or whatever you want to do, but I think it's cool, man. I think that looks pretty neat as a Ghostbuster. Bugs Bunny fits well as a Ghostbuster, I think. But that's it. That's the video. I appreciate you guys. Until next time, thanks for watching. Thanks for sticking around, and thank you for any feedback.